Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Bold and the Beautiful sees Harrison Cohn making his B&B debut this week as Remy Price's boyfriend. We know he's tied to a major legacy character, and it could be Deacon Sharp, who he is related to, and Harrison Cohn could be playing a recast we've not seen in quite a while. We're going to talk about the red flags that this new guy, Deke, is really Deacon's other child, the one who is literally never mentioned. Harrison Cohn recently joined the Bold and the Beautiful cast as a character connected to a major legacy figure. He is an aspiring fashion designer, also set to be part of the first gay couple on B&B, as he is living with and dating Remy. His name leaked out and is supposedly Deke, making his debut this week on Tuesday, September 16th. In scenes with Remy and Luna Nozawa. We suspect this character, Deke, is connected to none other than former bad boy Deacon Sharp. His name is Deke, obviously a shortened form of Deacon. In case you don't know, Deacon has two kids, Hope Logan, his daughter with Brooke Logan, and Eric Sharp, who was originally named Eric Forrester III. Eric Sharp is the son of Deacon Sharp and Becky Moore, who is Amber Moore Forrester's cousin. One of the nicknames Eric Sharp was known by as a kid was Little D, after his dad Deacon, also known as Big D. The reason he was named Eric Sharp is because when he was born, he was for a while presumed to be Amber and Rick Forrester's son. Brooke and Eric Forrester's son, Rick, has the full legal name Eric Forrester Jr. So, when Rick thought this child was his, not really Amber's son either, it's very confusing. They named him Eric Forrester III. It turns out he was Deacon's son. His backstory is really convoluted and very soapy. On Bold and the Beautiful in April 1999, Becky Moore, Amber's cousin, gave birth to little Eric Sharp, her son with Deacon. Deacon had left Becky when he found out she was pregnant, pulling a total deadbeat dad move. Becky then decided she couldn't keep the baby. Tragically, her cousin Amber's baby with Rick was stillborn. Amber's mom, Tawny, thought Amber should take Becky's baby so it wouldn't go to strangers. Apparently, Becky didn't know that's what happened for a while. This way, Amber and Rick could have a baby, and Rick didn't need to know about the stillbirth. Amber was against it at first, but eventually, her mom talked her into it. They named the baby Eric Forrester III because he was thought to be Rick's son, whose full name is Eric Forrester Jr. So, Eric Forrester III was really Deacon's biological child. At first, Becky Moore didn't know that her baby had wound up with Amber. After a few months, Becky started to regret giving up her baby and was dreaming about him. In the dream, she remembered that her baby had a heart-shaped birthmark on his bottom. When Becky Moore was babysitting Amber and Rick Forrester's little boy, Eric, she noticed that same birthmark. Once Becky realized that was really her kid, she ran off with him. Becky eventually brought baby Eric back because she thought he was better off with Amber and Rick. Becky then became part of the scheme and agreed to pretend that the baby was really Amber and Rick's. Amber agreed to send Becky regular updates on her son. After a while, Becky saw that Amber's marriage to Rick Forrester was falling apart, so wanted her son back on Bold and the Beautiful. Amber agreed they should tell the truth, but when she came clean to Rick that she had pretended her cousin's baby was hers, and because their child had died, Rick decided that was it, and he was done with Amber. At that point, baby Eric took another turn because Becky and Amber moved in together. Becky then fell in love with C.J. Garrison McCain, and they got married. She later found out she was dying and wanted Amber and C.J. to raise little Eric Sharp. They tried to honor Becky's wishes, but then Rick turned up and wanted Amber and baby Eric Sharp back in his life. Rick tracked down Deacon hoping to bribe him to give up his parental rights, thinking that would help him win Amber back. It all blew up in Rick's face. Deacon then got custody of Eric because he was the only biological parent of the child still alive. Deacon was raising Eric Sharp with his girlfriend, Carmen. But Deacon had to deal with drama when Carmen got jealous of Amber. She went bat crap crazy and tried to throw the baby off the roof, as one does. Carmen then tried to kill Amber and went off the roof herself. All very soapy. Deacon tried to get Amber to fall in love with him, but she was still in love with Rick. Eventually, Deacon gave up on Amber and married Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, Rick's sister. Circling back around to the family, Deacon let baby Eric go live with Amber and Rick. They promised Deacon would get visitation, but Amber and Rick didn't follow through. Deacon fought for custody again and won. Amber had a breakdown and snatched Eric Sharp, but Deacon got his son back and then changed his name to Eric Sharp, taking the Forrester off his last name. Deacon's wife, Macy, died, and Amber Moore Forrest showed up, helping raise little Eric where Deacon and Macy had been raising him. The last time we saw Eric Sharp, also known as Little D, on any CBS soap was not on The Bold and the Beautiful. It was over on The Young and the Restless when Little D, Eric Sharp, found Amber and got her to set him up in a boarding school. The last time Eric Sharp was mentioned at all by Deacon was when he said his son was living with his grandparents, Becky Moore's parents. I definitely think it's time for Deacon's son to come back on the scene, and I suspect that this might be who Deke is. First, the name Deke can clearly be a shortening of Deacon's name. Second, there aren't really any other missing kids of legacy characters that are this age. As we said in another video, Jack Marone is about the same age, but the Deke thing has me thinking Deacon. Also, one of the first people to meet Deke is Luna, and she's hiding in Remy's apartment. She thinks Deke is Remy's new roommate. If Deke is Deacon's son and he goes over to see his dad and mentions he met some girl named Luna at his boyfriend's place, that's a big deal because Deacon would figure out quickly that Sheila has been lying to him about Luna. Plus, Eric Sharp should be about 25 now, and Harrison Cohn is 22, so everything kind of fits. We'll see how it goes when we meet Deke on Tuesday, and whether he is Deacon's kid, whether he might be Jack, or if he's somebody else that wasn't on our bingo card. The Bold and the Beautiful has thrived for nearly 4 decades by weaving tangled webs of family ties, betrayals, and shocking returns. If history has taught soap fans anything, it's that no character is ever truly gone for good. And now, speculation is swirling that Deacon Sharp's son, Eric Little D Sharp, could be poised for a jaw-dropping comeback. Could B&B really bring back Deacon's long-lost child for a major storyline? Let's dive deep into the history, possibilities, and ripple effects this twist could create. Many newer fans of The Bold and the Beautiful might not immediately recognize the name, but longtime viewers know that Deacon Sharp Sean Kanan fathered a son with Becky Moore back in the early 2000s. The boy was named Eric Sharp Jr., often nicknamed Little D, after being taken in by Amber Moore and Rick Forrester for a time. While the baby was born amidst chaos, complete with mistaken identities, custody battles, and Forrester drama, his existence tied Deacon to the canvas in a powerful way. Yet, like so many soap children, Little D eventually faded into the background and was quietly written off. Fans often joke about soap opera saurus, or the soap opera rapid aging syndrome, where kids return as adults ready for romance and trouble. With the current direction of B&B, Little D is the perfect candidate for such a re-entry. Why now is the perfect time? Deacon Sharp has undergone one of the most dramatic transformations on the show. Once a manipulative schemer, he's worked hard to redeem himself, owning Il Giardino, supporting Hope Logan, and fighting for respect in Los Angeles has made Deacon a more sympathetic character. Yet, the one area still left untapped is his role as a father outside of Hope. Reintroducing his son would add new layers of complexity. Imagine Deacon being forced to juggle his romantic entanglement with Sheila Carter while reconnecting with a grown son who may not forgive him for years of absence. The tension writes itself. And let's not forget, B&B loves to fuel its drama with generational clashes. Bringing Deacon's son into the mix sets the stage for showdowns with the Forresters, the Logans, and possibly even Sheila herself. What kind of man would Deacon's son be now? If Little D returns, fans will wonder what kind of character he has become as an adult. His potential storylines are endless. The resentful son, raised away from his father, he could return harboring deep anger toward Deacon. This could create an emotional redemption arc for Deacon as he fights to earn his son's trust. The schemer, like father, like son, Little D might inherit Deacon's early cunning, arriving in Los Angeles with an agenda to shake up the Forrester dynasty. The romantic rival, imagine if he sets his sights on one of the show's leading ladies, sparking love triangles with established characters like Paris, Luna, or even Steffi, the outsider turned hero. Perhaps he comes back rough around the edges, but grows into a surprising ally for the Foresters against their enemies. B&B has a long tradition of introducing characters as wild cards before gradually reshaping them into beloved regulars. Little D's return could follow this pattern, giving the show another fresh face for its younger generation. How would this impact Deacon? For Deacon, the return of his son could be the ultimate test. While his relationship with Hope has softened his edges, a son might expose old wounds. Could Deacon handle being confronted with his past mistakes while still fighting to prove he's changed? This twist could also shake up his romance with Sheila. If Little D despises Sheila, and let's face it, most people in Los Angeles do, it could force Deacon to choose between the woman he loves and the child he abandoned. Such emotional stakes are exactly the kind of storytelling that keeps soap fans glued to their screens. Who would he clash with? A returning sharp wouldn't just impact Deacon. He'd be bound to ruffle feathers across the canvas. The Foresters. If he harbors resentment toward the family that once tried to claim him, we could see fiery confrontations with Ridge, Brooke, and Eric. Hope Logan. His half-sister Hope might try to welcome him with open arms, but if he sees her as the favored child, their relationship could become strained. Sheila Carter. If he becomes Sheila's enemy, viewers could get explosive confrontations between the unpredictable Sheila and Deacon's protective son. Romantic rivals. Whether he pursues a Logan, a Forester, or a newcomer, his love life would spark rivalries that drive fresh drama. Casting possibilities. If B&B is considering a return for Little D, casting will be crucial. Fans would expect a charismatic actor capable of holding his own against veterans like Sean Kanan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Kimberlin Brown. Soap alums from General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, or even The Young and the Restless could be contenders. A bad boy with a heart of gold type would fit the role perfectly, mirroring Deacon's own journey. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.